Hello everyone, welcome back to Timsy's Naked Tarots. Don't worry, Timsy is not naked. It's the tarot reads which are naked, by which I mean I strip out as much astrology as I can. Okay, today we are doing a twin flame soul cycle read. It's going to be a past, present and future energies for your divine runner, which in this case will be a Taurian divine runner, and you yourself, the divine feminines. And these would be the divine masculines, not just the divine runners. Okay, so your divine masculine Taurian had the Seven of Wands from the All Signs overview, which is linked to the full moon in Capricorn, the second full moon in Capricorn. The Seven of Wands is like being defensive. Right? They've made a choice and now they're starting to defend that choice, I suppose is the best way of looking at it. We have got the Five of Pentacles to go with that. And we have got the Star. Okay, the Five of Pentacles is an energy of being left out in the cold, being financially worse off or something like that. So in this particular case, I feel it is an energy of, well, or not wanting to be left out in the cold anymore. Maybe that's the choice they've made. And they're defending that choice. So that's their energy. This is your energy. Okay, let's see how that goes with you. And with the Star, obviously the Star is a hope, a wish, a dream. Possibly them taking the limelight as well. Maybe they're starting to become the star in this said production of you and them. Okay, we got the Eight of Wands for you. That's bold forward movement. It's also messaging out of nowhere. Perhaps you're going to get a message from your Taurian runner when you were least expecting it. And the Five of Pentacles again. Maybe you're coming in from out of the cold as well. Maybe you two are going to go into the same room, the same building, and the same place at the same time. And, well, I don't know, get warm and cozy together. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Okay, let's just get your energies. While I'm shuffling the deck for them, I will just like to point out that this is a general read. It may or may not resonate with you. If it does resonate with you, that is fantastic. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry too much. Go and check out that before mentioned All Signs overview and see if anything else resonates with you, because you or them might be working from a separate part of your birth chart, a different part of your birth chart. Maybe the North Node, maybe the Venus, I don't know. Okay, there will be a link for that in the description. Let's just sort out my lighting. There you go, that's a bit better. So in the past, your Taurian had the Nine of Pentacles. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is like a jackpot, a windfall. When I say this is the past, it's kind of like when you first met, or at least when your souls first recognized each other. Now, I say that because some of you probably have never actually had anything to do with your twin flame. You've never actually talked to them, okay? Because maybe what you thought was your twin flame, what the feelings you felt and you associated it with someone else might not be the twin flame. They might be a fake twin flame, and it might be someone else who was close at the time who you had dismissed. Okay, but they were free, they were single, and they sort of recognized you as like the jackpot. That's the one. I've just won. I've just hit it big time. In your case, you felt disappointed. As I said, even before I pulled that card, maybe you overlooked them. Maybe it wasn't what you were expecting, so you ignored it, okay, and associated those feelings you felt with someone else who you preferred the look of. You were disappointed. But there was also an energy of spine. At the time, you were kind of looking for this. You may have recently read up on twin flames or recently heard about them, and then you started going out actively looking for a twin flame. Not that you can actually go and find them like that. You can manifest them in. Normally butt-ass manifesting or butt-died-in manifesting where you don't actually realise you are. Okay, in the present energies, you've got the Emperor. Now, the Emperor is the divine masculine from this whole cycle. It's someone who's in charge. So your Taurian is like maybe taking charge of their life, maybe trying to take charge of these feelings they have, maybe taking charge of the situation around them. It is also the masculine energy. They are still being a little bit arrogant, still being a little bit, well, they can come to me because I'm the Emperor and they're just a nobody. They're them being you. Okay. Your energies currently is the 10 of Swords. Are you trying to get rid of your connection by any chance? Yeah, if you are, drop it in the comments. Let me know. Yeah, the 10 of Swords. You're bringing something to an end. It could be a bit of a painful end for you. It might be leaving a bitter taste in your mouth where you said to someone that you were going to be sticking with them for the rest of their life, and you're now sort of saying, no, I can't do that because I'm more interested in someone else, something else, somewhere else. Future energies for your Taurian is the Sun. Happiness, joy. It's a yes. If you were thinking of anything at that moment in time when I pulled that card, the answer is a yes. Okay. It's a yes card. Yes. They're feeling yes in the future. Maybe they're accepting this, being less emperorish and taking control of, cruising down the river of fate, so to speak. They're accepting it. You have got the Five of Wands. Okay, now the Five of Wands is a card of conflict, but it's also a card of kind of like being tested. In some depictions, you would normally see one person taking on 4 other people with practice swords or sticks or something like that. It's like going in for your black belt exam in karate or something like that. Okay, it's kind of that sort of testing. You've been taught how to do things. Now it's time to be tested to see if you can pass and go on to the next level. 8 of Pentacles. For them, they're working hard on something. Okay, it might be the connection, it might be work. Okay, and you have got the Ace of Swords. Yeah, I'm gonna say you knew the truth all the time. Okay, with this Ace of Swords, but now you might be accepting the truth. Currently, that 10 of Swords leads to a new beginning. It's a 10. It's the last card in the Swords on the tarot deck. It leads to an Ace of Swords. Okay, you've known the truth all the time, but maybe you were a little bit sort of ignoring it just as much as they were. But now you're kind of bringing something to an end so you can embrace what you always knew was true. Okay, I'll put them there for a second while we get the clarifiers out for this 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so let's see in a little bit more detail. Can you give us some clarification on this 9 of Pentacles, please, universe? See if it is all about freedom and independence, or is it about winning the jackpot? Okay, so we have got death. We have got the Emperor in reverse. Interesting. We got the 6 of Swords. And we have got the 4 of Swords as well. Okay. With the Emperor coming out in reverse, it is kind of telling us that perhaps, just perhaps, your divine masculine isn't actually a divine masculine. Perhaps when they first met you, they might have been a divine feminine or an awoke divine masculine. Yeah, someone who is still a divine masculine, but is open to the fact that, well, they can be feminine if they want to be. It's not a stigma or anything like that. It doesn't mean they're girly or gay or anything. It just means that, well, they're open to the spiritual world. They're open to listening to the universe, seeing signs and acting upon those signs, all that sort of stuff. Okay, being nurturing to those around them, being kind, caring and considerate, instead of seeing people as just a means to make things better for themselves. Okay, we can all do it. We can see someone and see someone's caring and nurturing, and then take advantage of that. That is the masculine energy. Yeah, the feminine energy would be you see that someone is caring and nurturing, and then you help them care and nurture for others as well. That's the feminine energy. And so the Emperor in reverse is saying that they may not have actually been the divine masculine you actually first took them for. With death there beforehand, this is, I don't know, I suppose this is them waking up from whatever they were. So if they were a divine masculine, when they first met you, your energies meeting their energies was the catalyst to wake them up to become more of the feminine energy, switching round from the masculine to the feminine. Waking up and realizing that love at first sight does actually really happen. Maybe all those people talking about tarot reads actually have a fair point. Okay, that is what has ended, and that is what has begun. It could also be that for some of your people, that they were ending their singlehood, okay, with the death card, and then they were starting a relationship with someone who they shouldn't have been with, but was of a feminine energy, a similar energy to your own energy. And so maybe it was a misidentification, like what I said with you, when you maybe felt the feelings of this twin flame igniting in your soul, and you overlooked the person it was because it wasn't to your liking, and you went for someone who was more to your liking, thinking it must be them. The Six of Swords is saying that they kind of like put all their past woes behind them, and like embarked on this new journey for you, with pretty much nothing tying them back, nothing holding them down. And the Four of Swords was they started healing themselves when your and their souls first met. Everything started to make sense. The whole journey of their life started to come together, and they started to realize that certain things happen for certain reasons, and by denying that, it stops you from healing, okay, from whatever those certain things were. Crossing it all is the Temperance. Yeah, so way back when you first met this person, they suddenly wanted everything there and then. It was Temperance in reverse, by the way, if you are just watching and not listening and not watching. I've got hiccups out of nowhere. So yeah, it's Temperance in reverse. Literally, they had been waiting and waiting, and it's like, oh, I've given up waiting. This is it. This is the one. I'm going for it. Let's do this. Wait no more. Okay, let's see what yours is all about. Although I think I pretty much covered what yours was. Oh, look at that, straight away. Card flip straight out. There we go. And what is it? It's the Ace of Swords in reverse. The truth was there. The truth was there for you to be seen, and you ignored it. As I said. Yeah, that can't possibly be the truth, because that's not what I want. Yeah. It's a bit like you went into a pub. It's a nice summer's day, and you thought, I'll have a nice crisp, cool shandy out in the beer garden, and they gave you water and said, sorry sir, that's all we've got. Yeah, you knew the truth. You knew that it's a pub. They must have had some beer somewhere. If not beer, wine, spirits. But no, they just said they only had water and gave you water. Okay, it's the truth. You knew the truth. You knew the truth. You felt that connection, that spark, that ignition, and then kind of ignored it one way or another. We got a Page of Pentacles coming out there. We have got the Six of Cups, and we have got the Seven of Coins. Okay, so you have got the energies of knowing the truth and ignoring it, and then the rest of it sort of saying, well, you should have actually known this. Okay, the Page of Pentacles is a card of learning. It's a card of education. It's a card of academic endeavors, if you will, sort of paper learning, not actually hands-on learning. That would be that card there, hands-on learning. This was sort of like, in the past you have learnt lessons, and it does say that. The Six of Cups is saying, in the past you've learnt lessons, or you've learnt lessons from the path, but you've learnt lessons from the path which you are ignoring. You know the truth, yeah, but you denied to accept the truth. What didn't suit you at the time, perhaps. Because at the end there, we got the Seven of Pentacles, which is all about divine timing. It's about planting your crop out or planting your seeds out, and then waiting for them to grow, nurturing them until they are giving you some sort of fruit and bounty back. Now, this could be anything. Maybe in the past you had this wonderful relationship with someone and you thought it was the real deal, but then they went and done the dirty on you, or maybe you suddenly felt compelled to do the dirty on them. And yeah, and you're sort of thinking back to that time, and you're thinking, well, this is a similar feel to that. This ignition is like, yes, this could be the person I can spend the rest of my life with. but you didn't learn that perhaps they come in all shapes and sizes. Perhaps they come in a packaging you weren't expecting. Okay, and you could say that about that 7 of coins as well. I planted out in the springtime lettuces, radishes, carrots, all sorts of wonderful things I can make salads with throughout the year. None of it grew. Absolutely, I got about 3 or 4 beetroot plants growing out of everything, and well, to be quite honest, they really struggled. So I got some beetroot leaves out of everything I planted in the spring. But what did grow in my veggie patches was potatoes. Lots of potato plants, probably from potatoes I missed when I was harvesting last year. But that's what this card is saying. Yeah, the bounty is there, but it might not be the bounty you were expecting, the bounty you had planned to have. Okay, I'd planned to have salads and make my own coleslaw from my own little garden, but what I ended up having is potatoes. So I might have to make potato salad instead. Okay, and so that's kind of like what we are dealing with there. And you not learning from your lessons. Okay, the 8 of Spears in reverse. When you first met, again, the energy was there. The energy was there to plow on forward with this. This should not be, this coming together between you and this Taurus should not be being watched by you on a tarot read X amount of time later. This should have all happened. This is probably one of the few twin flame connections which should have just gone without a hitch. But no, through your free will and your choosing, you chose it not to happen. You should have ploughed on forward with it. It's in reverse. You didn't. You should have at least messaged to see if there was anything, and you didn't. Maybe you were a little bit in the Emperor energy yourself there and thinking, well, if they want something, they will come to me. Okay? And perhaps they did. With that Emperor in reverse, wherever it is, yeah, perhaps they did actually come. Perhaps they started things. Perhaps they initiated the conversations. And perhaps at that point, you backed off. Okay, so let's see what their Emperor is about now. Perhaps I don't know, perhaps they seemed too needy. Okay, perhaps they didn't seem like the strong, silent type who could take control of a situation just by walking in the room. And that's what that's what they assume put you off. Okay. This could just be a reversal as well. Maybe they're the divine feminines, you're the divine masculines. Maybe you ran and you're in denial of that and you're thinking that they didn't chase. Okay, so we got the Emperor. The Emperor is taking control. What are they taking control over? They've manned up. They've leveled up. Yeah, they were in reverse there. They've now flipped that. They've gone back to their Empress ways. They've gone back to their masculine in the present. They're taking control. They're taking control of this whole twin flame situation. We're going to have that one because it's stayed on the bottom of the, or stayed on the table as I picked up the deck. So that's going to be that one. And there's that 8 of Pentacles we saw crossing, and there's the Tower. Okay, I should have mentioned there should be a Tower because at some point someone had a star. They had a star during their cutting cards. And so the Lovers here, though, is also a choice, and it represents it very well in the Viking deck because you have some lady there in the middle, and I'm not always saying the lady has the choice. 9 times out of 10, the males of the species give the ladies a choice, but the lady is there, and she's looking at a soldier just come back from some sort of raiding with the potential of having a nice loot with him, and a merchant there, someone who's well-to-do. He's in rich, posh, purple clothes. Now, back in the day, purple was reserved for royalty, okay, because it was a very expensive dye to get. And he's not just wearing a little bit of purple. His whole garb is purple. He has money by the bucket loads. But she's still more interested in this rough and ready warrior who's just come back. You can see the fire, excuse me. You can see the fire at her feet, gradually working its way up her body. That's the passion building, if you will. That's the choice. Currently, you're Taurian has a choice in front of them. It is a love choice. Now, the Fool in reverse is saying either they're not willing to take the first step, they're not willing to make their leap of faith and choose one or the other, or it's saying that they're resitting the whole exam again, but they're still doing it wrong. Maybe they're going to choose wrong again. Maybe that wrong choice for them is they keep actually going towards you. Okay, maybe they have to go somewhere else first, learn something else first, and then bring that to the table, which is maybe what you're waiting for. Eight of Pentacles, work. Yeah, either they need a new job, coming off the Fool in reverse. They need a new job. The job they're currently in is stalling them, it's holding them back. Maybe it's a very time demanding job or something like that, which means they have very little time to concentrate on anything else in their life, relationships, socializing and the like. Maybe they're just concentrating on making pentacles, so later on in life they don't have to worry about it as much, and that is causing some sort of hold up. The Tower in reverse. The Tower is in reverse, to me, is an avoidable tower. You can see it coming. Maybe they know they work too much, and obviously that's the Tower. That's what's blocking the situation, and they know how to get around it. Not work as much. Get a different job. It's quite simple, really, isn't it? Crossing all this is the Queen of Pentacles. They are currently comfortable where they are. Okay. If they have any inclination of the twin flame connection, they're not paying it much heed. Perhaps being the Emperor there again, they're waiting for you to come to them, you to pursue them, to make it all start. And as I've also pointed out, perhaps they are actually the divine feminine in this read, and maybe you're the divine feminine, divine masculine in this read, and you're just in a little bit of denial. Yeah. Okay. So, Ten of Swords. Yeah. Well, after saying all what I've said, that Ten of Swords could now be the fact that you are betraying the connection. You might be trying to bring the connection to an end. Maybe the fact that I've just woken you up to the fact that you're a divine masculine has really turned you off this totally and making you really want to run. I don't know. We got the Star in reverse. Well, this is not what you were hoping for at all, is it? We got the King of Spears, which are wands from this deck. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse, and we have the Fool in reverse. So you both got the Fool in reverse. Now that is either both of you are not willing to actually commit to this, or it is you both not learning your lessons and you're both going off in different directions. It could also be possible with the dynamics you are both divine masculines, and this is why you are mirroring each other so much with reversed Fool cards, for example. Yeah, you being a divine masculine would be disappointed if your divine feminine wasn't everything you had dreamt them to be. In fact, if they were the total opposite to what you had dreamt them to be, you probably wouldn't have even noticed them. So it is possible that you are both divine masculines in this as well. But we have the Star in reverse. As I said, yeah, this is not what you were hoping for. Your hopes and your dreams and your wishes, yeah, it was not this person. Remember, that's just a meat sack the soul roams around with on this plane of existence for this time. Next time, they might be the most beautiful person in the world, and you might be the ugly hunchback of Notre Dame. Who knows? The King of Spears, that's you being a bit selfish. Okay, that's you being a little bit arrogant. That's you being a little bit like this Emperor over here. You're kind of maybe waiting for them to come to you. You believe that you are in a higher, better position, and they should come to you and pay homage and submit down to you because, well, I've got the good job, I've got the house, I've got the smart car. Why should I do the running for them? They've got nothing. Maybe they have a lot more than you think. Maybe they have happiness. Maybe they have joy. Maybe they have a warm, continuously full feeling because they're content in their life. That Queen of Pentacles crossing, remember? Being content with where they are. They're perfectly happy with it. They don't care about everything. They've got enough money, they've got enough house, they've got enough love in their life. They don't need to add anything else to it. Now, that's not to say that if anything offered itself to them, they wouldn't take it. If someone offered them more money for doing the same amount of work, they would say, yeah, sure, not a problem. If someone offered them a better house, yeah, okay, let's do that. If someone offered them a truer love, then they would have that truer love. Your Seven of Swords in reverse is actually kind of like I kind of like feel a little bit of a Five of Swords with that. It feels like you've actually stolen time, or maybe the potential of love from yourself by your actions. I'm getting off that Seven of Swords. And I covered the Fool briefly at the beginning. Yeah, either you're not ready to take the leap of faith, you're not ready to get off your log, your throne you happen to be sitting on there, and take the initiative and talk to them. Okay, bear in mind you had the Eight of Wands crossing in reverse up there. Or perhaps you're just not at that point. You haven't learned what you need to learn yet, and the universe is holding you back from it all. Okay, crossing this, we have got a 10 of coins, pentacles in reverse. Whatever you think, I'm actually going to stick with that. Whatever you think is happiness, joy, security, wealth, is not. Okay, there is something more, there is something better out there, and that's probably why this Fool is in reverse, because you haven't learnt yet. It's not all about having money, it's not all about having the image. There is love, feelings, emotions, and I think maybe you're lacking in them a little bit. Okay, I think this is a good point right now to just say, if you don't like this read, feel free, give it a thumbs down. But tell me why in the comments. Because if you start telling me, well, I'm not like that, Simon, yeah, well, clearly I've triggered you, and you clearly are. Okay, so, and that's probably what I'll reply with in the comments. So, if you do like this read, feel free, give it a thumbs up. Let me know. Let the YouTube algorithm know that you enjoyed it. That was easy for me to say, man. Okay, so we have a Knight of Cups to go with our Sun. We have a Five of Wands. See, look, you're starting to mirror each other again. In there, we got a Five of Cups as well. And what have we got last? We have got the High Priestess. Okay. So, yeah, in the future, your Taurian is going to be happy. It's going to feel secure, going to feel like it has an abundance of everything it needs. And again, yes, that was a yes, okay? And they're going to feel secure with their future choices. They're going to feel secure that they are now on the right track for their future dreams with that Knight of Cups. It could be that perhaps they're going to feel secure enough to come towards you, message you, and bring you a cup of love. Okay, with the Five of Wands there, I'm not feeling any conflict with this, but I do feel the test, the big test. It is going to be their big test to see if they've learned enough and trained enough and practiced enough to pass that black belt test. Okay, like how I described it over here. Perhaps they do karate and they're going for their black belt, and you have to do a little exam and you have to do a little combat thing with someone to see if you can pass it. Okay, and so on. What are they seeing if they have passed? How to react to loss and sorrow. Okay, the Five of Cups. The fact that this whole twin flame thing has not worked for them up until now, and yeah, the test will be, am I actually over that loss? The answer is standing right behind them. Yes, you are, because there's two cups are coming together of energy. What most tarot readers would say, especially in a love read, is a twin flame connection. If it's not a twin flame, at least it's a very deep soul connection to someone else. With the Hierophant, no, it's not the Hierophant, with the High Priestess there at the end, that's an intuitive energy. Okay, the High Priestess is like the conduit between the universe and the people. Okay, people talk like any. It doesn't necessarily have to be a high priestess. It could be any form of like representation of God, if you will, Buddha, Allah, anything like that. It doesn't matter what religion. Okay, they're all communing to the same thing up there. It might go by different names to different people and different religions, but it's all the same. And so that is your their inner link to the universe, so to speak. Like how I use my inner link to the universe to read the energies of these cards. Some people just can pick the right horse, what wins a race every time. Yeah, it's just their gut feeling. It's their intuition. It's like that. That's the one. And that's what this is talking about. And they're going to start going with this more. They believe that if they just start following their gut, if they drive with the universe, they will end up in good, better places. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles. It was what started all this for them is now ending all this with them with a crossing card. It's the jackpot. It's the win. They're believing that, yeah, my future's set. I know where it's going. I'm on the right lines. I'm happy and secure and comforted by that. I know that it's going to be a little bit of a test to see if I can get over this loss and sorrow. But intuitively, I know that at the end of the day, I'm going to win. I'm going to win big. And I'm going to be able to show that off to everyone in the world. Okay, the Nine of Pentacles. Or end up freaking independent. But if that's what the universe was always meaning for them, that's what the universe will eventually get. Okay, so your Five of Wands in the future. You're conflicted by something. Maybe you're conflicted by how, I don't know, confident this Taurian is. And perhaps you do a little bit of spying on them and realise their life is going on absolutely swell without you. Maybe you're conflicted about what you need to commit to. Okay, well, perhaps you're conflicted to what you are committing to in the future. So we then have the 10 of Cups after that 4 of Wands. We have got the World in reverse and we have got the Strength. Okay, so there is some sort of conflict going on for you in the future. Now, the 4 of Wands, or the 4 of Spears in this particular case, is all about marriage, commitment, the celebration of life. Okay, it's also the celebration of death, births, marriages, all that sort of stuff. But in this particular case, I'm feeling it's definitely the whole commitment to a life, a marriage, if you will. Let me just fiddle with my earbud. I could feel it slowly but steadily falling out of my ear. Okay, so this is a commitment to the 10 of Cups, what you believe emotional fulfillment is in the future, but it's not, because we've got the World in reverse. The World in reverse is saying this is not the start you should be going for. Okay, yes, it is a start. Yes, it opens doors and there could be wonderful new things there, but there's not. It's an illusion of that. It's not the way you need to be going. You need to be going another way. You need to be strong to turn your back on this and strong to go the way which seems harder, doesn't seem so simple. Obviously, with that, you have fear. But let's just say, for example, you do go down this wrong world. Okay? Let's just say, for example, you do commit to this 10 of Pentacles. Let's see what's crossing that bit of it. I'm going to keep that separate from there because that is a separate energy. What's crossing all that is the 8 of Swords in reverse. Now, the 8 of Swords is burying your head in the sand. But when it's in reverse, it's actually untrapping yourself from that way of thinking, putting your head out of the sand or putting your head out of your arse, if you will, and looking and seeing what's actually going on around you. Realizing that this is not what you are meant to be doing. Okay, it's kind of Crowded House. I think it's Crowded House has just jumped into my head with this is not my beautiful life. Okay, I think it's actually Where the Water Takes You. I think the song is called. So then that brings us on to this strength. This strength is talking about having the strength to not do this, having the strength to pursue your own course. Maybe this is arranged for you. Maybe that's what the conflict is all about. Maybe you're in some sort of culture, society or religion
or believes that you have no clue on what life should be doing for you, and they arrange the marriages and things like that for you in life. So let's just have a crossing card on this strength and see what that's all about. The High Priestess, the intuition. Remember their intuition? They're going with what the universe suggests. Okay, and I was saying this is being strong to say no to all this and go in your own way. Go the way of your intuition. Okay, and it's very rare I ever do anything like that in a tarot read, split the energy, because I feel it is a totally separate energy from the rest of the meaning. Okay, and to put a separate crossing card on it afterwards is also not something I do very often. Okay, so that is your read. Hopefully it resonates with you. Don't forget to leave in any comments you might want to. Let me know what sort of star sign you are as well, because I have no idea. I know who I'm putting on there, a Piscean, but I haven't. Did I call him Taurus earlier? Have I called him Piscean all the way through this? That's a Taurus. Yes, let's clear this up, and it will be cleared up in the title as well. We are putting on a Taurian energy. If I have been calling a Pisces throughout here, maybe that's your star sign. Let me know in the comments. If you like this, please give it the thumbs up. Let me and the algorithms know that you did like this. If you didn't like this, I'm a big boy, give it the thumbs down. Let me know why though, because then there's at least a chance I can do something about it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. It is a wonderful way of supporting channels and my channel as well. If you want to support my channel in any other ways, obviously you could always leave a super thanks in the comments, or you can leave a donation for me using my donation link in the main page of my channel. But that is entirely up to you. All donations are welcome and they help, and I appreciate them, and I thank you all for them, but I don't ask for them normally. I'm just putting it out there, it's there. If you want a private reading from me, again, all you have to do is ask. Just send me an email on sii78@aol.com. There is no dot, there's sii78@aol.com, and we will arrange some sort of reading for you. Okay, until the next time you are watching one of my videos, you all be good out there.